Oh, 8 times the power.
Who the fuck is B Freeman? Beaver's just that real ass dude. Blading, living here in Oakland, California. A father, an artist, a skater, a teacher, a student, life. I mean, I don't know. Person that's always willing to keep exploring on who they are and what they represent. I think my name slowly starts kind of explaining it for itself after a while, you know, but that's who the fuck Be Free is. How long have I been skating? And I've been skating since 2004. My first pair of skates I ever got were actually given to me by Lonnie Gallegos, his mother. Shout out to Lonnie, shout out to Feet. His mother gave me a pair of size 7 Estelios. I don't know if you remember those rollerblades with the flaps on the top. They were gray, they had the X on the back. I think I had just seen maybe Alex Broskow, a couple skaters from Atlanta, all skating that skate at the time when I first started skating, and I was so juiced that those were the skates that I got. But the first pair of skates that I ever bought were the Murda 2s. It's crazy. Shout out to Mike Johnson. Murda, what up?
But I still want to see this guy do his thing.
So why did his mom give me the skates? She gave me the skates because I was a skateboarder that was skateboarding for the skate shop. I had told her one day when I was in there that, I'd seen other skaters. I'd seen Jason Howard. I knew, Shannon Rogers. I knew Lonnie, all from being at the skate park in Georgetown, Texas. It was called Ramp Ranch. I don't know, just something about it. It's just like they were just having so much fun, and it was just different. No one at my school was doing it. There was like maybe a couple people, but like nothing. It was nothing like how skateboarding had blown up at that point. That was like right around the time Tony Hawk Pro Skater came out, and everyone was trying to just be better than the next person. It wasn't, I don't know. And I was in the store, in the skate shop at Connections, and I was talking to Lonnie's mom, Loretta, and I was saying, Loretta, I'm thinking about trying to skate, and she was like, rollerblading, her eyes lit up, it was like, because her son was skating, that's what she was supportive of that, and skateboarding too and everything, but she was especially excited about me trying to get into rollerblading. So that's how I got the skates, because even though they weren't the right size at the time, like I felt like I needed a bigger size, but it ended up being the right size anyway. But at first I didn't understand it. So by the time I got those skates, I was probably like in October, because I started skating around Halloween. I remember that, because the first time everyone was dressing up for their costumes, and I wanted to skate. They had a carnival that was down the street from where I lived at, and I just remember wanting to skate down the hill to the carnival and go there with my skates on. And that's how I started. And that was like 2004. And that Christmas, I try to, try to do my best to try to get them skates. So I was trying to, do good in school, and I was probably in like junior year, or like, yeah, junior year, senior year, high school, Yeah. Or actually, yeah, a little earlier than that, actually, yeah. It's crazy. Think about it, oh my God. How did skating change my life since then? It taught me patience. It taught me responsibility in myself. It taught me to be able to take something that was considered to be a hobby or something that wasn't taken serious and to make it to something that, you know, got me out of my small town in Texas, you know, or motivated me to travel the world, or, even I haven't seen the whole world yet. And this is just the, it always feels like it's just the beginning. But it just opened up so many doors for me, and it just made me realize how much power you have, and how much, once your mind is made up, your body has no choice but to follow. Your heart and your determination really can set the tone for the rest of your life, So I was blessed and fortunate enough to find a craft earlier on in my younger years to be able to, take it to the next level, Just like a kid picking up a basketball for the first time, and next thing you know, they're in the NBA, So skating was my escape. It was my freedom. It was my, my power. What would I be doing right now if I wasn't skating? That is a great question. I would be probably somewhere on a farm. I'd be on a farm. I'd probably be very, very minimal. I'd probably try to figure out a way to make money and be able to still try to find a way to travel maybe, but I definitely see myself being on a farm, somewhere like, growing my vegetables. If it wasn't for skating, would I ever meet my family? Being a father? Definitely. I think everything that you do in your life is a ripple effect, So, one action that's done here is going to be an effect later on. So I definitely think skating opened me up into a different life or path that I probably would have not been able to see. And I'm so grateful for it, because I would never be able to meet my daughter and my wife, so it's cool to have that, and be able to grow with that too. I can thank skating for not abandoning me, you know what I mean? Why did I start a skate school earlier? That is the $1 million question. But at the end of the day, it's never too late. So I think it took me some time to experience other things and step out of the comfort zone, thinking that skating is only supposed to be one tracked way, or like only one type of thinking, or you can only do these kind of tricks, you can only skate this certain way, you can only wear these kind of pants, you can only wear... Once you step away from all that and realize like you can bring something to the culture, bring something to what is gonna make skating amazing in 10, 20 years, it was a no-brainer after I got my license to be a skate instructor through Skate IA, and be able to take that path and that platform to be able to create my own, so and it's mad respect and love for people like that who were able to stick with something for over 20 plus years, dedicated to the culture. Skating is always going up and down in waves as far as like what the media or what other people think is happening, but I don't know where you are right now in the world, but right now there's a lot of blading going on in the world, and it's a beautiful time right now. And skating is alive, and it's thriving, and it's gonna keep thriving once people start connecting the dots and figuring out how to like do it and reach out. So the school has been an amazing platform for people to reach out who've been curious about trying to skate or wanting to get into the culture. So. I wish I would have did it when I first started skating, but I don't think I had the wisdom that I have now to make it be so fruitful. I had to go through all the experiences that I've gone through up until this point to be where I'm at, to be who I am. How old are my students? My students range from all the way from the age of 3 all the way to 70. That is two of my ranges. I have the youngest is a 3-year-old, not counting my daughter, and the oldest is a 70-year-old. Her name is Susan, and she's amazing. And to see someone that has, you know, just coming out of learning how to walk, to learn how to skate, to seeing someone who's been alive for so long to pick up something that they never thought they would be doing at that age is amazing. And to see that it's possible to do that. So when people tell me, "Oh, I can't skate" and all that, it's hard for you're preaching to the wrong person when you say that to me. So it's possible. You can do it. Where do I see skating in 5 years from now? I see skating in more cultural outlets. I see it more in America. I see it more as a universal thing. I feel like people are going to start looking for something different, and that's going to keep them healthy and in shape. You know, my ultimate goal is to say, you know, I want to be able to see skating, aggressive skating, like just more skating in the Olympics. You know what I mean? Maybe not in 5 years, but that'd be a goal. You know, it's got to start small. I mean, 5 years isn't really a long enough time. I'm thinking like, you know, 10 years. I feel like we still have a lot of work to do. You know, people are just going to start catching on to what we're doing right now. You know? It's like everyone else is late to the party on how sick blading is. It's crazy. For anything else that I've wanted to say, I just want to, you know, I want to thank Ricardo for making the opportunity for him to come out here and us to be able to link up in person. If you guys don't know this, you need to look up what me and Ricardo did on YouTube a few months ago. Longer than that. But it's amazing to see how a distance that you can have between cultures and people and have one thing in common and be able to meet some of your friends that are going to be your best friends for the rest of your life, you know? So I just want to thank you for coming out, man. I really appreciate that. Like, this is magic, man. It's so sick. And the sponsors, everybody, my family, how important I think the support is that I'm getting from my family. I think that it would be impossible for me to make it this long. I feel like it takes love to show love, you know? And it's really hard to do that when you don't have that. So you have to find ways to be able to express that. And it's always there. So you just have to make sure you surround yourself with the right energy to make that love possible. So I'm extremely, extremely, extremely blessed. And I can't thank them enough. I can't thank my friends. I can't thank people who I've never even met before that have shown love and support for me. So it's like, I'm just trying to be an extension of all that, you know? And I just hope to continue this even when I'm not here physically. How do I deal with the hate or negativity that is against what I'm doing? Well, one thing, you know, you don't want to be naive, you know, and be very aware of, you know, everything that's going on. Try to be as present as you can. My best advice to give to anyone that's trying to do something and not worry about the negativity that comes with it, treat everything that you do with positivity. When someone shows hate towards you, you react with love. Because the only way that you feed into that stuff is if you give into it. If someone's like, "Oh, you know, fuck you," and you're like saying "fuck you" back, you're just creating it, you know? And some of them saying "fuck you," you say, "Nah, man, I love you, man. Chill, relax." Or like something that you're showing something positive, right? If you keep battling things with negative thoughts and being like just negative, it will only create that. So you have to be very, very in tune with what you're doing and let nothing stop you. Don't let words, don't let, you know, the daily routines of life, you know, you create your reality, you really do. And the more you realize that, the more beautiful and sweet your life will be, and the less hate you'll start even worrying about. So stay true, stay you, be free to yourself, and just pass that on. That's the goal. Yeah, let's get it forever, for real. How old am I?
It got a little longer, so